Hello guys and welcome to the Rangers Rabble. My name is Mark. Today I'm joined by new boy Stu. How are you doing, Stu?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad at all. Scotty, how are we doing, Scotty?
Tip top, as always. Do you know what? Can I just jump in and encourage the viewers? Check out Lee's wallpaper. Check out my wallpaper. Check out Lee's. And then check out Stu's.
And how are you doing, Lee? He's disappeared. He said enough about his wallpaper, he's gone.
Come back. Sorry.
So today, just the pre-match build up to the Rangers Motherwell game. Few talking points to start with. First and foremost, just like to mention Andy Gorham. News broke yesterday that he's not keeping well, and just everybody in the Rangers Rabble just wishes him all the very best, himself and his family. Moving on, so team news just out. Obviously, first and foremost, we talk about the fact that they moved the game for us. Motherwell moved the game from the Sunday to the Monday. Did you see that coming, Scotty?
Sunday to Monday.
Yeah, sorry, Sunday to Saturday even, sorry, today.
I did, to be honest. I don't think they had anywhere to go. I mean, they couldn't really say no, could they? I mean, Motherwell agreed. Everyone's in favour of it, so why not? I think the interesting one is, if we get a decent... what happens next Sunday? I suppose that's another conversation for another time.
There's a few in there. Morning. So
Morning all.
Just to start off with, so obviously the news broke as well in the press conference that Roof and Ramsey are going to be out for a wee while. We kind of knew about Ramsey, but we didn't know about Roof. How big a loss is Roof going to be, Stu?
Yeah, he's really big, especially with Morelos out. I think for me the big thing was we just started to play to Roof's abilities, like to his strengths, which we weren't doing. As soon as Morelos went out, it was sort of, we just play like we've got Morelos up there, which doesn't suit Roof at all. But now he's coming onto a game. I thought he's been playing really well. We've started to play to his strengths, as I said, but this is what we get with Roof, unfortunately. Every time he sort of seems to be making his mark, he picks up an injury. You get it every time with him, unfortunately. And we've got too many of them at the club, I think. Yeah,
it seemed as if he was just starting to come onto a game as well, and something that we kind of come to know that this is going to happen all the time with Roof and Ramsey as well. I mean, Ramsey here, there, and everywhere. I mean, it's just on off. Has he been a success, Scotty? Has it been a waste of time? What do you think?
Do you know what? I don't think individuals doesn't really matter. Collectively, that's how you judge a team, individuals on their success. For me, is like winning trophies. If at the end of the spell, Ramsey could have played every single game and he could have played it a 10 out of 10, but if this team walks away and doesn't win anything, then no, he hasn't been a success. If he plays his part, and let's say he plays 60-70% of the games or like features in 60 or 70% of the games, and we walk away from the season with 2 trophies, 3 trophies, then absolutely he's been a success. In terms of Roof, I had a really interesting, how do I put it? I'll probably say blether with JD after the semi-final on Sunday, obviously after a few scoops. And as you know, I don't know if people are tuning in are unaware, I've always made my feelings known on Roof. I'm not his biggest fan, and I don't get. I'm not getting swept away by a hat trick against who did we play, St Mirren or something? I don't know. I'm not getting carried away with that at all. Yes, he put in a performance against Celtic, but 1 out of 3 is not good enough. It might be the case, as JD points out, that it takes him 4 or 5 weeks to get running. And then that one game after he does get running, he gets injured. I mean, is that telling of a guy that's not physically well? Is he not mentally well, that he can't go full throttle? He gets to a certain tipping point and that's him injured. He's no use to us. So I'm not buying into that. But again, I put him in the same category as a successful player wins trophies. A successful season is winning trophies, and a good season for any individual is walking away with trophies. And you only do that collectively as a team.
Yeah. Nice to have you back, Lee. You all right?
No idea why.
He's absolutely raging.
Twice when I've joined, it's like everyone's in slow motion, and I don't know how to fix it. So
no, Lee, that isn't slow motion. That's just Mark's intro.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right. So, Lee, we were just talking about the likes of Roof and Ramsey, injury prone, and I was just saying, do you think it's maybe been better off and more productive blooding Lowry more rather than spending the money and bringing in Ramsey that's not really been fit and not really made it?
I've been calling for Lowry to get in the team, mate, since his performance at Livingston. So I am firmly in the camp where, especially in the summer, like boys like Lowry and McCann, they're worth a shot in the team, mate, because like we're speaking about, even if we do miss out in this windfall for the Champions League, there will be a part of us that maybe has to cut corners in a wee sense. And that's not even cutting a corner with Lowry, because the boy's got the talent to like already be a good part of the first team. So I think it'd be a good idea to bring him in, especially for the last couple of games of the season. I've seen that he wasn't even in the squad today, so I'm guessing he's still carrying like a wee knock from the Celtic game in the midweek. But I'd fully agree in the idea that bringing Lowry in the team will be a good idea.
So now that obviously we're struggling up front, Sakala seems to be the main man. Can Sakala play through the middle? Yes, Stu. Can he be the man he rescues over the next couple of weeks?
I bloody hope so. I'm not Sakala's biggest fan, to be honest. I keep hearing, everyone keeps saying he's raw, but he's 25 now. So it's like, if you're raw at 25,
it's crap.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're going to teach someone dribbling skills at 25. It's not going to happen. But that pace is something not a lot of people have, that electrifying pace. So it does cause a bit of havoc in the box. It's usually havoc for him as well. So hopefully he can do something with it. But yeah, absolutely through the middle. I don't think have we even seen him through the middle yet? I don't even know if we have.
Yeah.
Is it once or twice through the middle? But yeah, so mainly he's been playing on the wing, hasn't he, or inside forward role?
I think it's been said a few times that his legs work faster than his brain sometimes.
Yeah.
So Scotty,
You're spot on with that,
can he play through the middle with a low block?
With a low block, yes, because then he won't probably get caught offside every 10 minutes. So I think that was the frustration watching him through the middle, is the fact that he's got all this pace to burn, and as you say, it's something. Yeah, his legs works faster than his brain, so he's off before he even realizes he's off. And it's interesting that he does come across as this completely disorganized forward with the ball at his feet and he's running at you, and it's like he doesn't know what he's doing. But if you think in that respect that if Sakala doesn't know what he's doing, the fucking defenders sure as hell don't know. So I always find it quite fascinating watching him. Fascinating up to a point, and then it becomes frustrating, especially when he does manage to work himself into decent positions. I think as a central striker as well, his finishing is poor, his composure's poor, and I mean it doesn't sound great when you like if you break it down, but somehow when you piece it all together, you end up with Fashion Sakala, and he's actually interesting to watch. He provides great entertainment. With that infectious smile, there is absolutely no way supporters are going to turn on him. He's going to always have that backing, always have that support, and everyone wants him to succeed. That doesn't change despite our feelings on his quality. And today we're going into the game. I hope he scores another hat-trick. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hope people on the back of that don't get carried away a la Ruth, but going into Thursday, having a striker that's on form is only going to help us.
So, as I said, he's one of these ones that's is he going to be a cult hero or is he going to be a useful asset? Lee, I mean, do we know exactly what his best position is? Does anybody know? Does he know?
I don't even think he knows, mate. He's good at some things, like when he's playing on the wing, like we're saying, he's brilliant at like taking on people with that pace. But then when he does get to the byline, like the cross balls are shocking. Like the game where we were away to Braga was just a perfect example of it. There was a few times where he's got to the byline, got past his man, and then it's just like a treacle across the box with no one there. I can't put my finger on him. I really like him as a guy, but I think the whole Rangers support are in that same camp that they like him as a person. But he's not shown it consistently enough, mate. You know, as we're saying, like as Stu was saying, he's 25 now. He's not a raw talent. He's probably like the player that he's going to be. He can improve here and there, but I don't know, mate. I just don't know what to make him.
I think as a support, we've also evolved from, oh, he's one of us, or isn't he a great guy, and that we make allowances for people, and I can't even think of the word, like the sympathy there, and it's almost like we want them to stick around. Now, as a support, we're actually getting, and I've been wanting this for a few years now, a really ruthless streak. Go, right, okay, if you're not good enough, you're not good enough to play for Rangers. Don't need you. Don't want you around. You're a waste. You're a waste of a space. I know that sounds really nasty. You're a waste of space, but it could be filled by someone else. It could be filled by a Lowry, or it could be filled by a McCann, or it could even be filled by your wages could be spent elsewhere, bringing someone else in. And we need to have that ruthless. So at the end of the season, we'll really understand, hopefully, where these players are, how they're rated.
So the team news is out. So the team today is McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Barisic, Davis, Kamara, Artfield, Wright, Ahmad, and Junior. So, Stu, that front three, how are you feeling with that front three?
Oh, it's already giving me nightmares, to be honest. But I don't know. I think if they were in a different, if each of those were in a different front three, I don't think it'd be so bad. But together, don't know. We're going to have to see how it works. We're sort of forced into it a little bit. Sort of quite happy for Ahmed. I think he deserves another chance. I thought I was one of them, but I think he was hung out to dry a little bit, and everyone was jumping on his back after sort of he shut that challenge. But he's clearly got talent. You don't get a big move to Man U if there's nothing there. And we saw glimpses of it early on. So I think there was something there. He's got something to prove. I like Wright. I think a bit of fashion about him that he doesn't always have the end product. But I think there is something with Wright. I think, and I like him that he's a Scot, so he always he adds that homegrown thing for Europe as well. So it's going to be definitely interesting. I don't know how they're going to link up because it just seems a lot of pace and not that much technical ability, if you get me, really. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes.
So Scott, a lot of pace, low block against Motherwell. How's that going to work?
I don't know. I'm not sure they're thinking. It's really exciting to look at the front three and think, yeah, you stick 100 meters in front of them, watch them go. Stick a ball in front of them as well, and you're like, maybe not. What I do like about Wright is he is direct. He is absolutely direct. He's got the ability to, in fact, all three of them have got the ability to drag defenders around, and it's whether these defenders want to go with them and pick them up or they're just going to stay rigid. But Wright has the ability to drop deep, pick up the ball and run at defenders, something that we like seeing Ryan Kent do. Ahmad has the capability in and around that box and the intricacy of play. He can, quite easily, little guy, squeeze between the lines, play the one-touch passes, and you're hoping it's going to just click and it's going to just gel. But if all three of them, and we've seen it at times, have their own individual tunnel vision, we're going to be in for a long afternoon. If they keep doing their own thing, wanting to do their own thing, it's going to be a nightmare and it's going to be a car crash. However, that said, we've got enough senior pros with the other 8 or 7 outfield players that we really should be seeing quite a few chances today, either from the left-hand side or the right-hand side. We've got Barisic and Tav playing. If Wright and Sakala stay central, they're not small guys, they're quite big guys. They should have plenty of opportunity.
So just obviously on the front three, Lee, there's a lot of pace there, but there's not a lot of end product as well for the. I mean, we've obviously Diallo's quite an unknown quantity as well. He's not really had much of a look in with, but not a lot of end product there, is there, Lee?
No, not at the first date, mate. But see Diallo's one of those players where I think he has got the close control. It's just you'd rather he had the desire as Sakala as well then. I think that's what it is. Each is lacking a quality that the other have. And because of that, what we've got right now is a chaotic front three. Like you're saying at the start, we have no idea what's going to happen with them. But if it plays into our favour, I would probably say the goals are probably going to come from our field today, just purely for the fact of how chaotic that front three is. If they're dragging defenders and if they're good at dragging defenders away, I think he'll be the one to make a difference, popping into the box with the late runs.
Obviously, with the likes of Roof and Morelos, we're going to need to rely on other people to score goals now in the midfield. Stu, what's your thoughts? Where's the goals coming from today?
I think, like Lee said, Arfield's our best bet. My biggest fear of this team at the moment is, it took us a while to adapt to Roof, and now we've got to adapt to Sakala. Our striker gets brought into the play a lot. I don't think Sakala's that guy that's going to drop in and play one-touch passes. He's the type of guy who's going to lift his foot and the ball's going to go underneath it if we're doing that. So it's tough. It's a tough one. I think we're going to get Arfield. We have to have Arfield up in support. Arfield has to be there. I think we're just going to be relying on a lot of loose balls around the area. I know Scotty said that, Sakala and Wright are sort of big guys who are going to be whipping balls in, but, can either of them head a ball? I don't know if they can. So I think we're going to purely rely on scraps in the box at times. But, I think it's good to see. We said Davis is back in, didn't we?
Yep.
So it's good to see Davis back in.
Yeah, midfield three is Davis, Kamara, and Arfield. What do you think, Scotty? Are you happy with that? So middle three?
Yeah, it seems quite disciplined. I think we'll probably see the core of the team not really move much, i.e. Goldson, Balogun, Davis, Kamara. And as you guys have said, we'll need to see Arfield making those runs into the box. Mainly because I see him as probably the most intelligent attacking threat we've got on the pitch today in terms of his movement and his timing. And we need that. We need that almost discipline because we've got a lot of indiscipline around the periphery of the team. That's how I see it. That's how I see us setting up and going at the game. It'll be interesting to see how Motherwell see that team sheet and react, whether they come out a bit more and say, right, okay, well, we can probably get at them because going forward they're a bit unpredictable, or whether they're just going to look at it and go, right, okay, we can just take a point from this because we can just sit in and just stifle.
Yeah, so Lee, the Motherwell's form, we split with 1-1, lost 2 and drew 2, so they're not really in a great vein of form getting into the split. Do you think this team's good enough to beat them?
I think any team that we put out is good enough to beat anyone in the league. But again, when teams come to play us, all form goes out the window. Like Motherwell could have lost every single game, and then this would be treated as a cup final. So it's just how the players apply themselves in that sense. Because Motherwell will be right up for this today. Obviously, they've just secured top 6, and I think they're still going for Europe. So they're split stuff to play for as well. But from our side, it's just if we do the job, if we stick to our task, then we will win the game.
So does this, obviously with the way the league's sitting at the minute, Stu, is this? Do you think obviously they've picked this team with an eye on Europe on Thursday night?
100%. I think we had to rest players. They've just played 240 minutes of football in the last week, so I think we had to give some of the guys a break. I was glad to see Kent got it. He's going to be vital in Europe, especially in the away leg. It's one of those ones, isn't it? Because if we slip up and then that lot slip up, we're going to be moaning at Gio for resting the players. But hopefully it won't be. We need the defence to be on form. I think I saw something that I don't think we've kept a clean sheet against Motherwell in about 2 years, so it's a bit of a worry there. But I think we'll be good. I think we'll be all right. There's enough in that team.
So just looking at the bench as well, your man Scotty Itten is back. He's back in the fold.
Why is he my man? Where's that come from?
He seems to have come
You're at it.
in from the cold. Is this like for him? Is he going to come on?
I don't know. Don't have a crystal ball. Coming from the cold. Bloody hell. It's freezing in the Antarctic.
I mean, he's not even getting a game for the B team, is he?
Well, he can't, can he? I mean, the only games he can play, I think, are the Glasgow Cup games. And obviously he didn't play in one of the other days because he probably had an eye on him playing in this one. I think it's quite clear where he ranks in terms of playing for Rangers again, and it's not altogether that high. Even if he does, I don't think his heart's set anymore. I just think when I've seen him play, he doesn't play with the same determination that he played with last season, which is really disappointing. And I think someone said to him, and rightly or wrongly, I don't think you're good enough. I don't think you're in the plans, and I think he's completely chucked it. Personally speaking, I don't think if that is the case, that is how you treat a footballer or how you even get the best out of a footballer. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are in the ranking of the squad. You need these guys to come in from the cold and step up and actually want to step up. That's not for me to decide. I don't handle footballers or anything. But yeah, again, it's that ruthlessness that we need. Wasted jersey. He's not going to contribute. Get him out. Get rid. Reallocate the money elsewhere. That said, we all want him to succeed because he plays for Rangers. So if he comes on the pitch, we're going to want him to give his all, give his best. But I think it's too little, too late.
So Lee, there's obviously on the bench as well. There's good to see some of the boys getting a rest. So you've got Kent getting a rest, and also Lundstrom as well. How key has Lundstrom been over the last few weeks, last few months?
Oh, mate, I think he's been our best player. Him and Bassey have probably been the two standouts, especially in a time when we were faltering. When he came into that midfield, was it in February, like the Hearts-Hibs double game? Since then, he's just kicked on. And I'm glad, mate. I'm really glad for him because I was one of these harshest critics at the time. I remember as far back as when we get beat off of Dundee United at Tannadice. I was storming at the pub, like, get him at my club, he's no anything. So I'm glad that he's proved me wrong. He's just... Him and Jack just bring that kind of aggression that we need to the midfield. Yeah, especially, you've seen it in the game against them on Sunday. Like, we were needing that. Having Jack just doing it on his own wasn't like enough. So to bring Lundstrom into the team, who again has shown that aggression, who's also clearly got a love for our club now as well. I think like he'll be one of our main players going into the next season as well. I think he's fantastic.
So, as I said, obviously, with the way the league is and obviously this team, there's a few people today on Twitter and stuff like that saying that this is a dead rubber. Is it, Scotty? Is this game a dead rubber? There's still a lot to play for.
There is no such thing as a dead rubber when you play for Rangers. Don't need to say anymore.
So, what I'm going to ask you for is a prediction and the first goal scorer. I'll get into all. People in the comments, if you can get your predictions and your first goal scorer up, and we'll get them up and have a look at them. So, Stu, your prediction and goal scorer.
I'm going to go, I think we'll do it 3-1, and I think it'll be a Tav Penn to start us off.
Lee?
I'm the exact same, mate. 3-1, but I'll go with Arfield to start.
And Teddy Bear, 2-0 to us. We asked for first goal scorer. Diallo over there, that's a good one there. Diallo scores first. There's another one for Diallo. 2-1 Rangers, Diallo, Carl Pioneer. Scotty, what's your prediction?
3-0 Arfield.
3-0 Arfield, let's see. There's our very own Jamie Duff, Tav, 2-0. The other ones we've got. There we go, there's a 4-0. Right, guys, well, as I said, short but sweet, we'll go and we'll wrap this up and we'll go and watch again. So
We'll go watch Sky Sports pre-match coverage with whoever it is. Fingers crossed for Andy Walker, please.
Hope to God we don't get Andy Walker commentating on this. He drives me insane. The man is just useless. But we'll see how it goes, as I said. But you know the story, guys, all the listeners. If you want to subscribe and click the notification bell as well, please like as well. I need to get that in, or Martin will strangle me.
You need to work on that one. You need to be a bit smoother.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's his first time, mate. We'll let him off it. You've
Absolutely not.
Mate.
Scotty will let nobody off with anything ever. Right, guys, thanks very much. And
what's your prediction?
My prediction's 3-1 Rangers, and I'm going to go Sakala first goal scorer.
Both.
Right, guys.
Money on that.
We'll see you all. Thanks for listening, and I will see you on the match reaction. All right, take care.
Yeah.